Hi, my name is Khadijah binti Hamdani.
Hi, my name is Nur Shazra Shazwandi binti Saharin.
Hi, my name is Nasamhana binti Sabri, and we will show you a video about landslide. A landslide, also known as a landslip, is the movement of a mass of rock, rubble, earth, or soil downslope. Landslide can occur when gravitational and other types of shear forces within a slope exceed the shear strength of the materials that made up the slope. Types of landslide: fall, topple, slide, spread, and flow. What causes landslide? Disturbance is the natural stability of a slope trigger landslide. There are two causes of landslide: natural causes and human causes. Natural causes: gravity. On steeper slope, gravity is more powerful. Heavy and prolonged rainfall. Landslides are more likely to occur when there is a zone of vulnerability created by the storm and water level rises, making some slope unstable. Earthquakes. As earthquake strikes areas with steep slopes, the soil sometimes slips, resulting in landslides. Anthropogenic factor or human causes. Inadequate drainage system. Natural drainage lines on slope are blocked by contour bounding that used to prevent soil erosion, but without adequate surface drainage of excess stormwater, landslides become more vulnerable. Deep excavation on slope. Development activities such as building construction and cut-and-fill structure causes natural slope to be changed, which contribute to critical slope vulnerability. Changes in slope or deforestation. Improper land use practices like heavy tilling, farming practices, and settlement patterns have led to creep and the loss of toe support. Effect and losses due to landslides. Direct effects. Physical debris may obstruct highway and support lines, such as telecommunication, power, water, and other utilities. Casualties. Death and accidents to human and animals. Next, indirect effect. Debris flow can cause flooding by blocking streams' channels, causing a large volume of water to back up and cause a flash flood. Moreover, direct losses. Loss of life, property, and infrastructure. And lastly, indirect losses. Decrease in forest land and in human productivity.
By reviewing the topography of the site, builders will understand the previous and present land use, current developments, construction activities, problem areas like previous slope failure. A properly planned subsurface investigation would allow the builders to know the condition of the whole slope. Surface drainage and protection are necessary to maintain the stability of the design slope through reduction of infiltration and erosion caused by heavy rain. Runoff from both the slope and the catchment area upslope should be effectively cut off, collected, and led to convenient point of discharge away from the slope. Of slope is carried out from top down, followed by works like drain and close the field. For all exposed slopes, protection such as close stuffing or hydroseeding should be carried out. All cut slopes should be graded to form horizontal groove using suitable motor graders before hydroseeding. retaining walls are structures designed to restrain the soil. They are normally used in areas with steep slopes or where the landscape needs to be shaped severely for construction or engineering projects.
Next is benefits. The first one is the benefits of installation of retaining walls. Unstable slopes are the real issue for landslides induced by geophysical and or human-made elements. Geology retaining wall can be used to help save lives, property and money. Geology retaining walls and structures can be built down from the ground failure lines and uphills along with unstable and or steep slopes where water runoff results in hillside erosion. Retaining wall also provides structural stable under safe weight and external imposed load. Maintain structural stability even in incompressible and unstable foundation subgrades or under seismic loading. The benefit is strong as it is seismic resistant, efficient drainage and stormwater management, also durable, where resistant to stress cracking, particularly at temperature extremes. It also functional as slope stabilizations and steep and high ground stability for unstable slopes. Second is the benefit of using technology to detect landslide. GPS stands for Global Positioning Systems. Using GPS technology, the magnitude direction of the site and the boundary of the landslide block can be determined. A rapid static or real-time kinetic method can be used for measuring landslide displacement. The choice relies on the practical facts: first, accessibility, second, point number, third, accuracy, and fourth, point-to-point distance.
Challenges. These are the challenges that faced by JKR or PWD. Control. Controlling logging and development in hilly or steep area. Prevent. They have to prevent other party from illegal hill clearing. And requirements. They will face challenges when the other party doesn't follow the requirements of slope design. The other challenges is natural causes. Weathering. Weathering is the natural procedure of rock deterioration that lead to weak landslide susceptible materials. Climatic. Long-term climatic changes can significantly impact soil stability.
Next is maintenance. First is reinforce stabilized soil wall. Slope can be stabilized by adding a surface cover to the slope, estimating and changing or regrading the slope geometry. Next, adding superstructure to reinforce the slope or using drainage to control the groundwater in slope materials. Second, surface drainage channels, sumps and sill traps. Step is clear debris, undesirable vegetation and other obstructions that can affect the drainage system. Then step immediately rebuild the cracked or damaged channel. Third is retaining structures. First inspection should be made from using or deteriorated joint fillers and sealant and for minor cracking or spoiling of concrete surfaces. Blocking outlets for drainage layer behind retaining walls should be tested and cleaned. During retaining wall inspection, symptoms of distress such as settlement and tension cracks in the ground near the retaining wall, severe cracking should be recorded. Next is safety and health. First, work on slope stabilization must follow the method outlined that has been set in the standard. Second, to avoid erosion on the slope surface and water penetration into the soil, protection on the slope surface should be provided. The responsible person must perform an high rec to identify all possible hazards that can occur as a result of the near slopes activity and implement the appropriate control to avoid any unexpected events. Here are some tips when landslide happen. First, know the hazard area and go to the evacuation plan. Second, during incident happen, stay alert, and after, stay away from affected area and check for injured persons.
Standard and guidelines. Materials used in the construction of field slope and embankments shall, if it is suitable as far as possible, to be excavated from adjacent cuts. Rocks excavated from the cuts may be used as materials for fill if they are crushed to acceptable grading envelopes, with maximum size of individual pieces not larger than 100 mm. Drying out of the fill material during hauling and handling from cut to position of placing shall have to be allowed for. Settlement analysis. It is carried out for the field slopes and embankments depending on the soil condition encountered. Design shall be based on 90% settlement during construction. If ground improvement methods are used, the settlement analysis will consider the type of the ground improvement method used. Engineering analysis, slope stability analysis. This include in the design criteria and performance calculations will be required for all cut, fields and natural slopes. The data will be based on the detailed site plans, detailed field descriptions, on-site exploration dates and laboratory test data. In performing any analysis, the worst possible condition must be utilized. Rock slopes. Preliminary consideration can be used using 4 vertical and 1 horizontal distance for weathering grade 1 and 3 vertical and 1 horizontal distance for weathering grade 2. If the analysis is unstable, it shall be designed to a better gradient. The type of stabilization measure to be used can be one of the following: permanent rock anchors, rock dowels, rock bolting, relief drains, and etc. Cut slopes. All untreated slopes shall be designed with minimum of 2 meter berm within the maximum 6 meter berm height with a factor of safety greater than 1.3. Stabilization measures may include the following: soil nailing with slope surface protection, permanent ground anchors, retaining walls, and etc. The minimum global factor of safety of treated slope shall be 1.5. Field slope and embankments. All untreated field slopes and embankments shall be designed with 2 meter berms width and 6 meter berm height with a minimum factor of safety 1.3. Stabilization measure may include the following: geotextile reinforcement, reinforcement concrete retaining structure, reinforcement field structure, replacing the field with elevated structures. The minimum global factor of safety for treated slope shall be 1.5. Drain. Surface drains. Surface drains in slope shall be provided in additional to normal cut of drains, interceptor drains at the top of slope. Downslope surface drains shall be provided for all cuts and field slope surfaces. The drains shall be cascade drains with handrails for ease of maintenance in the future. All surface drains shall be cast in situ and shall be designed to follow guidelines for road drainage design. Subsurface drains. Horizontal drains and drainage blankets shall be provided for cut and fill slopes and for areas where the groundwater level is high. Reinforced structure. Reinforced structure shall be designed according to BS 8006. Type of foundation for the reinforced structure shall be designed based on the subsoil profile and geotechnical properties of footing subsoil at each location.
This is our case study for this landslide, where the landslide happened in Bukit Antara Bangsa, Ulu Kelang, Selangor. It happened on September 2008, which buried 14's home in Taman Bukit Mawar and Taman Bukit Utama, and resulting in 50 injuries and 4 deaths. This tragedy happened because of soil creep due to non-engineered fill on the slope developed tension crack over the area. Moreover, pipe burst and leaking water at the nearest area built up of water pressure in the soil pores and triggered to the landslides.